This is Submarine Talks going deep.
So we're coming out day 4. Tim just recovered from his brainworm infection. He had a massive brainworm. We had to look up on WebMD how to resolve the issue with that.
Turns out a voodoo witch cast a spell on me.
Yeah. Got a couple spells. I cast a couple spells on you a couple times back in the day when we disagreed on stuff. So that's your own fault. I blame you. But yeah, his brainworm is subsiding. I gave him the remedies I found on WebMD. I looked them up.
Turns out you shouldn't inject bleach into yourself.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Trumpito says it's okay, then go for it.
I listen to my president. I don't know about you communist fucking anti-Americans.
Yeah, man. What's wrong with all you people? You're being so anti-American. You don't even listen to this guy every word he says. He's telling the truth all the time, every time.
He has to tell the truth. He's the president.
Yeah, he's an honorable guy.
That means he's always telling the truth.
Always.
If he tells me to fucking butt chug bleach,
you'll do it. I'll do it.
I did it.
I'll do it for fun.
Coming to you live from the beautiful Shit Shack in downtown Alhambra, California. This episode is sponsored by Monaco 69. Get your fucking vodka seltzer.
They're out of business for sure. I haven't heard of this company ever. Dude, this was in the back of the shelf at Albertsons.
Oh, it was in the 99-cent store?
No, it was in the back of the shelf. It was the last one. So I think that they gave up. So yeah. I don't know. What do you think are the flavors? They feel natural? 0 sugar, 0 carbs, natural flavored, gluten-free.
It's actually pretty refreshing. I bet it would be awesome if it was cold.
3.5%. Yeah, well, I mean room temp. It's room temp, man.
It actually kind of like has an aftertaste of like my grandma's hairspray.
Oh, Aquanet. Remember what Aquanet used to taste like when you would be around? Well, I don't know. My mom used to spray that shit all over when she was doing the
Dude, I used to get so fucked up when I would get in the car with my mom and my grandma. And they were just fucking blasted with hairspray and all this shit.
Women back in the day used to just fucking saturate the shit out of our lungs with Aquanet. We probably can sue by now. We probably got some sort of lung damage from Aquanet.
Dude, I legit get irritated now. Yeah. Like if a girl comes in and fucking smells too much like something, I'm like, fuck, I got to keep my distance from this bitch until either my nasal gets used to it or till it rubs off or something. But
only cholas probably fuck with Aquanet, I think, at this point. I don't think any normal woman would ever use Aquanet, right? Women don't even really use hairspray.
It could be a cultural. It could. Nah, I don't know.
Think so.
Yeah, they do. I think
hairstyle trends. I mean, they're not really really pumping it up. They're kind of keeping it down. You know?
Yeah, right.
Maybe I don't know.
No, I think they still like unless they use gel. But I know like I've seen the homegirls fucking getting dolled up before, and like even if they have their hair down, they fucking like spray it on the top so they could like keep the part on it or keep the comb look like when they run after you run a comb through it, they spray it and it looks like you just combed it.
I see. Okay, well, fucking.
I'm a fashionista, bro. You don't know about these things?
Got the Fashion Nova discount promo code. Hit us up. So, anyways, but
yeah, hit us up. By the way, we got a fucking live phone number.
Yeah, what's our number? Go ahead and give that to the people so they can text. You can text this number any time of day, and we'll go ahead and try to get you a response out.
If you have any questions, comments,
or concerns,
or if you just need a friend,
or you just you're looking for love, a little bit of temporary love.
There's that too. Like you could text this number.
Just don't call it though. Actually,
you could text.
It's gonna go to my phone, and then I gotta fucking deal with all these psychos.
That's what happens. You could text where you at 3 a.m. It'll be cool. That number is 323-739-7843. Give us a text. We'll see if that works, man.
Yeah, let us know you're listening.
Let us know that you want to fucking chill or something.
You want to come chill with us? Be on the show with us. We're about to get into some live action video. So that's coming soon. Hope you're excited for that.
Coming soon to a very small screen near you.
Yeah, we're getting that action going.
And you know what to do.
It's a Hey Ya.
You know what to do.
By Outkast. I've been listening to that jam recently.
That album is sick.
Picks up my spirit. What other song was on that?
Speaker Box, Love Below. Roses was on that one.
Oh, Roses was a good one.
Oh, Miss Jackson?
Miss Jackson, yeah.
Was that on that?
I don't think it was. Maybe I got it twisted. Miss Jackson. When he's like, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Is that about child support? So I got the
now it's just about him fucking his baby mama's just a fucking miserable bitch. So he's apologizing to her mom.
Oh, okay.
That she's such a bitch and that fucking he can't fucking
I got it
be having that.
But yeah, that was the jam. That was before probably Hey Ya came out.
That's why the song starts off. This one's for all the mamas and babies, mamas,
Mm-hmm.
babies, mamas, something like that.
Imagine if he would have collabed with Tupac. That'd have been tight.
Damn.
Fucking Andre
they didn't hit their
and Tupac.
They hit their prime or not their prime, but they hit it in the 90s.
Yeah.
But I don't think
they ever
it was too late.
Yeah, well,
too late.
Link up.
And they were in the Southern. They were all about that Southern mess. We weren't even fucking.
We weren't fucking with Southerners.
We weren't fucking exposed to that shit even.
No, it was all about either East Coast or West Coast. That was all it was fucking thought about when they talked about hip hop.
Yeah, and if someone caught fucking you listening to Wu-Tang Clan, you'd have to answer to them unless they knew what the fuck was up.
You couldn't listen to Wu-Tang and Tupac at the same time?
Yeah, because you're a poser, dog.
Yeah. Like, you don't know what's up. You don't know about the beefs.
Dude, I didn't even listen to any gangster rap as a kid, dude. I kind of regret it. Or not regret it because I got caught up on it later and now I can appreciate it. So now when I had a coworker that was just obsessed with it. I was like, you don't listen to music? He was like, oh, I listen to like gangster rap, like this and that, fucking Tupac, Ice Cube, Dub C, like all this shit, fucking Easy, like Bone Thugs, all this stuff. And then I was just like, I don't know, that kind of was like a joke to me when I was a kid and just associated it with the people around me that listened to it and that bumped it.
Yeah.
And they were kind of a bunch of clowns. So I was always rock and roll.
Yeah, the
hardcore rock and roll.
I think the first rap album I ever got that I was ever, I mean, honestly, it was probably the Eminem, the very first album that came out.
Oh, really?
I bought it at Target. Yeah.
Why? Because it had the parental advisory on it?
Yeah, and like, my mom didn't know what's up. I just told her I really wanted it. I begged for it, and I got it, and I listened to that shit hard every single fucking day on repeat, and that just made me
Did you
angry.
even know what you were in
Nah, not at all, man. But it was just, it opened my eyes, man. I didn't know that kind of world existed. It just tore me.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Tore my dimension open, and I was like, people can say that on their CDs? Like, this dude's talking about fucking murdering bitches and fucking drug experiences and fucking just living with depression and suicidal thoughts and just not being stable. Like, that's cool. Like, I didn't know you can make a living off of that. I thought you had to be fake and talk about fucking just bitches, monies, and hoes and fucking,
I don't think, well, we didn't. What was bitches, money and hoes to us? Because we didn't really have that, I don't think, when we were younger.
It kind of progressed to that.
It progressed to that later.
But like I said, I didn't really fucking grew up with like.
To me, it was either gangster or like when I heard Eminem, I was like, "What the fuck? He hasn't claimed anything
like
yet."
Dr. Dre came through me through Eminem. Like, I heard Dr. Dre before Eminem, but like I got more into Dr. Dre's shit after listening to Eminem, and then actually Snoop Dogg. My dad was into Snoop Dogg when I was little, so I used to fucking hear Snoop Dogg all the time. Yeah. So yeah, that's about Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. Didn't really fuck with Eazy-E. Like, pretty much not everyone from MWA, but like Warren G. I remember my dad used to bump Warren G. That kind of shit. Like, all the old school shit was cool. Fucking George Clinton. He wasn't at all a fucking
he was gangster,
rap,
dude.
but he was like, he
was the G-Funk Godfather,
man, like that kind of shit. A lot of but yeah, I grew up on fucking a lot of like the Temptations or Earth, Wind and Fire, or I don't know. My dad was pretty eclectic when it came to music. He didn't really have anything he shut out. Was pretty much exposed to all of that shit, except for country. He wasn't big on country. My family never was really big on country.
You told me he was fucking would get down to Led Zeppelin, right?
Oh, classic rock. Yeah, classic rock was his shit, especially when he was fucked up. Like, if he was fucked up, and you would know it because you'd hear Zeppelin bumping in the garage. Like, I would come home from school and I'd hear Stairway to Heaven or Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You bumping full blast.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, Dad's fucked up again. And so that was kind of my childhood. But yeah, I got exposed to a lot of music. And I didn't like it, honestly, because it was my dad's music. And, when you're a kid, you don't really like your parents' music, right?
I don't know.
For me, it was the opposite, because I was like, I don't want to listen to what my parents are into or what my dad's into. I kind of just didn't think it was cool. So I went my own way. But then after the years, and I started getting more into music and learning how to play guitar and, instruments, and I was like, oh, this shit's actually pretty fucking cool.
You're like, damn, those guys are doing something, huh?
Yeah, man. So to this day, man, Zeppelin is just,
Dude, I think that's actually kind of like how I got into hip hop. I had one homie when I was a freshman in high school, and I listened to, I only listened to classic rock, but then this dude would listen to hip hop all the time.
Yeah.
And then he listened to fucking everything. He was just straight hip hop like culture. This fool fucking tagging, graffiti, breakdancing, fucking hip hop, like history of hip hop.
Getting arrested.
This fool is like the fucking whatever it takes, dude. This fool was just like the hip hop fucking homie that showed me everything, put me on to fucking everything. So, but when I met that fool, he was just spitting flows.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's fucking sick. And then I would just kind of like, just from there, from seeing him doing it, like in the car, like we're in the car going to get fucking burritos, and this food's flowing on an instrumental.
Yeah.
When I was like 14 years old.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn. I was like, that sounds fucking dope. So then I just started fucking practicing that shit, like when I was with him, and then or even when I wasn't chilling, I would be at home and I'd put on an instrumental and I would just try, and I did that shit every day, bro. I did that shit every single day when I was a kid. I fucking wake up, put on instrumentals all fucking day and just flow, just literally walk around the house talking to myself. But as long as there's a beat and a track going to it, then it could turn out to be something dope.
Yeah, I used to hang out with a kid that was like that too. He was this white boy, but he fucking
was it me, dude? Remember we used to hang out?
No, dude, it was this white boy. Well, he wasn't white, he just looked white. He was Hispanic, but dude was a troublemaker, man, from a young age. He was smoking cigs, he was smoking fucking joints, drinking. He had a hard life though. His dad would abuse him, it's like a sad story, but he was kind of an asshole, and I don't know why I hung out with him, to be honest with you. I guess it's just kind of like something different for me. He kind of punked me around a lot. But I do remember, when I used to kick it with him, the dude was obsessed with hip hop and rap culture, and he fucking everywhere we went, he'd be like, yo, check it out, I'm gonna spit a flow. And he would go sometimes for like 10 minutes. We'd be walking and he wouldn't stop for 10 minutes. He'd be busting a flow. Sometimes they were pretty shitty, but sometimes he'd get on point and he'd just fucking rhyme, and I'd be like, dude, that was sick. Mm-hmm. And then so he'd be like, yeah, get in on this. And I'd be like, I don't know how. I don't know how to flow.
No.
But he got me into the point where I was like, I was not afraid to try, I was like,
that's cool.
And then for a while I was like, dude, like I'm down to like work on it. Like you look at a lot of white rappers and they get stuck because the stigma,
you're not supposed to be doing that.
You're a white person, you're stealing someone else's culture. But it's like, dude, look, it's about, for the way I see it, it's about poetry. Like that's what it comes down to. Like when I look at rap and good rap, I look at them as like poets, right? Like you're sitting there and you're telling a story with your vocabulary and how many words and how to make those words blend together like water, and that's like an art. But sometimes, like you hear modern rap and it's like, oh, that shit's weak. Like you're sitting there writing, you're just saying bitches, fucking hoes, big diamond rings. Like you're dropping into a beat you didn't write, you didn't have any part on. Like it's just like sad, but I don't know, rap culture has come a long way, and hopefully it'll go back to somewhere where it's genuine. Like there's a lot of genuine rappers out there, like Kendrick Lamar. I fuck with Slug Atmosphere. That dude like is sick. Like
I like who's your boy from Chicago?
Who's that?
Chance.
Oh, I'm not really a fan of. Well, like I'm not gonna say I'm a fan. I just don't really. I'm not onto
all his shit. But from what I've heard, that dude rips.
Yeah, like I fuck with what's his name? Tech Nine. Tech Nine's fucking hard.
That's fucking hard. That's
and
old
that dude,
shit.
Yeah, that dude for me, he's not just like a rapper. That dude's a musician. Like if you listen to he's so eclectic when it comes to his tracks.
That's fucking.
Because he has, 90s. Well, I mean, like even today, he's making music. He's collaborating with different people.
Really?
Yeah, and he's putting shit out there, and it's like the left and the right end of the spectrum. It's all over the place. But his flow, his style of flow is so hard, man. Like you hear that dude, and you're like, damn. Like I want to go out and get hyphy. I want to go out and fucking punch someone in the face. He's just fucking relentless with his style. You know, fucking J. Cole. I like J. Cole the way that J. Cole fucking spits. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say
genuine.
Dude, that's literally what I'm looking at right now. Is some food that I
like
fucking,
just like a homie that you kick it with on the curb, and like he's just authentic, just talking about his life. You know, like he's not even.
But
fronting.
then to me, he gets a little fucking just soft sometimes, and it's like super like just
it's a little
targeted
mellow.
to girls.
Yeah, it's a little
targeted
mellow
for teenage
sometimes.
girls, but it fucking makes sense.
He mellows it down, but yeah, a lot of his shit is fucking is legit. You know,
I'm trying to think of the fucking dude that's on this fucking. Oh, it's a fucking. Oh man, I can't even think of it.
Yeah, I used to fuck with Jedi Mind Tricks. This dude's from I think they're from New York, dude.
Yeah,
Vinny Paz.
Yeah, those foods
that
are
dude
from the east side.
Yeah, man, that's like New York fucking hardcore shit. Like you don't want to go to New York because you hear those guys and you're like, I'm afraid I'm gonna meet guys like this. But their shit is sick. It's like reminds me of Wu-Tang type, you know, group collaboration type stuff.
Dude, 21 Savage is fucking bad, dude.
I'm not too familiar with most. I've heard a couple of his hits, and his beats are pretty sick. I don't know if he's doing the beats or who's doing them. His beats are sick. What's that one track he got? It's pretty famous. Like they play it all the time.
Is it How Many Problems You Got? A Lot.
Yeah, there's that one, and he talks about his cars in his garage.
You got? A lot.
Is that the same one? He's like, I got 7 cars, or I got 7, like some shit about his cars and his garages. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
he talks so fast. He has so many rhymes per minute. He's a fucking bad motherfucker.
But yeah, like shit like that. Like Kanye's all right. Like I don't know. Kanye's no, I'm not gonna say Kanye's all right. I'm gonna say he's just kind of like he got his own sound. Like he's a niche rapper. You know, like he doesn't exactly rhyme shit together all the time. Some of the shit he says doesn't make sense, but like he has his unique sound, you know, where you want to hear a couple of his tracks. I wouldn't listen to the dude all day long though, honestly. Like he has a few good bangers, but that I wouldn't really consider him rap. Like when he's sitting there, like maybe back in the day when he first came up, he was probably a little bit harder, but I think now he's just like branched off into so much fucking exotic shit where he's like his brain is all over the place. So
yeah, he's not like a fucking. That's what I learned from my homie that I was just saying that got me into it. I learned to fucking listen, just to like, you know, like or fucking hip hop. Like I didn't listen to any hip hop or rap, and he like I could like decipher the shit. I could decipher like songs that were just hooks and like catchy shit. And then I would fucking listen to something. I listen to what someone has to say and be like, damn, that fool just said that. Fuck, what the fuck did he just say? He just fucking said that shit. And that's a different level. That's a lyricist, dude. That's a fucking you're a fucking legit lyricist, dude. Like a educated motherfucker. You have to extend your vocabulary so that you could find rhymes that you're not reusing the same rhymes all the time. Yeah. And even that's cool too. There's fucking lyricists or rappers that that don't have as extensive a vocabulary, but they get the fucking shit done.
Yeah.
You know, like Dub C. Dub C's a badass lyricist.
Yeah.
Ice Cube is fucking bad as fuck. Like who did you say earlier? Fucking Vinny Paz.
Yeah.
That dude's dope. Immortal Technique.
Yeah.
Fucking right now, fucking Logic.
Dude's like a nerdy white dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard some of his shit's crazy. But a lot of the
foods that study, you could hear that they study what they're doing. A
lot of really good fucking rappers now, they're not even ever going to come up because they're struggling. You know, there's a lot of them on the underground. Like you look up YouTube and you probably like see they got probably like 500,000 plays at the most, but their shit should be at the top of the charts, but they're never going to make it because they're just so indie, and you know, it's not the way the world works. But yeah, and especially if you fuck with your own beats, a lot of them sit there and they produce their own shit. They'll sit there and write their own beats. And I give mad respect to people who can do that. You sit there and you write your song from scratch, because I know how hard that is to sit there.
Dude,
and
if I heard someone rapping that was fire, and then I found out they made the beat too.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there. It's just they don't get the recognition. They don't get the contracts, and they're sitting there in their basements and they're fucking grindy, but they don't ever get, you know, they're not necessarily experts at social media or marketing.
Dude, I started meeting foods like that too, like towards the end of high school, or maybe when I was like, you know, 16, 17, 18, around that age. I would meet people that actually just fucking, they didn't play any instruments. I didn't know anyone who was a musician that didn't play instruments. And so that's what my homie showed me about hip hop when I would fucking hear him flowing and rhyming off of an instrumental. I'd be like, dude, you're playing like a drum piece right now. You're playing like a rhythm instrument when you're fucking hitting those shits and dropping those words there. And then rhyming them, that's a whole nother fucking, that's poetry. Rhyming them shits, fucking picking your words, that's poetry. But when you're hitting that shit, that fool's, I saw him as a musician, and then I met people that could put beats together. And I'd listen to some like hip hop beat and it's slapping. And I'm just like, bro, like, how did you learn to do that? And it's just, and they don't play anything else. They don't fucking play a guitar. They don't play drums. That's a whole world in its own. Just fucking making beats, man.
It's crazy. I mean, we're kind of old, but there's still time for us.
There's still plenty of time.
We can put in the work, man. I mean, shit. A lot of these dudes didn't come up till they're in their like 30s, 40s. So I don't know. People get discouraged because your age. Like, dude, just keep grinding, just keep trying.
Yeah, I'm not fucking. I'm just. That's all. I'm grateful for the days that I could wake up and be productive. So like, that comes first to me before actually having a plan to like make an album or do something like that. You know, because I don't know what you can make plans all you want, but if you know that, like for me, I'm just thankful to when I'm inspired by something. Like literally yesterday, like I was telling you earlier. So I had this fucking brain worm eating my fucking head from the inside out for like 4 days. I couldn't do shit. I couldn't eat. I couldn't fucking take a jog. I couldn't do anything.
Medulla oblongata was all.
It was on a bat. My chakra was all fucked up right there.
Told you.
So I was just like, once I woke up and that shit was gone, I was like, oh, thank God it's fucking gone, you know, like, and I just I sat down and played my guitar for like two minutes, dude. I don't even know if it's never really a debate. I practice that every time I walk by that shit and I'm not doing anything, to just pick it up and start playing. Like there's no excuse to like look at it and be like, oh, maybe I should fucking go jack off instead or something, you know?
Yeah.
I just look at it and then I'm just like, all right, let's see where this will take me. And so I just start strumming. I fucking put together a few chords. I just kept playing like the little lick that I was playing, started playing that shit for like 30 to 45 minutes. Then I come outside and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to, put the coffee to brew, something like that. And while I'm waiting there, I'm like, should I go record this? I should record this shit so I don't forget it. That's always my thought. Like the chords that I put together that I was practicing for like 30, 45 minutes. I'm like, I should record it so I don't lose it. So then I'm literally telling myself like, nah, like go fucking do something, go work out instead, or cook breakfast, do something, you know? And then I'm just I thought about it again, and then I thought about it again, and I was like, no, you know what? This is where I need to think about what the fucking universe is telling me to do and go outside and record that shit. And so I did. I fucking brought my guitar out, fucking hooked my shit up, mic'd it up, and just started recording the lick. That's all I want, is just to get the idea down. It's literally 2 chords. I just wanted to get down like the progression on it. So I do that, and then I listen back to it, and I'm like, fucking cool. That was like the harder part of the progression. Now that I loop it and I listen to it, I can come up with other parts to it.
Yeah.
And so I loop it, and then fucking save it, put it on my phone. And then after I fucking later on in the day, like after I finish eating dinner, I go to my room and I sit on my bed and I listen to that shit, the loop, and then with my headphones, and then I sit there with a pen and a paper and I try to write fucking lyrics to it. And so I did. I came up with a part for it. So then I'm sitting there after trying to come up with more, and I was like, you know what? I'm kind of getting tired. I was like, I guess I don't have to write anymore. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just go outside and record what I wrote down, so that I remember how I'm singing the lyrics, because I'm not going to remember how I'm singing the lyrics tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I come outside, and like at 11 p.m., I fucking recorded the little hook that I had, or the little verse that I had, that shit, all in one day. And then I fucking got that to like where it's just a scratch track. And then I fucking packed up, and then I went inside, and I'm just fucking whistling, dude, like just fucking. And then I'm like, you know what? I need to do that shit every day. Yeah. But I'm so thankful for that. I was in the state to have done that in one day.
Yeah.
Like what made me why can't I do that every day? I know that I can't do it every day. Or there's something I'm missing. I haven't figured out the formula yet to be consistently disciplined to do what I have to do to so that I can maintain that state. So that's what I was talking about like recording an album and doing that shit is like, once I become consistent and I'm just waking up every day, put the coffee on, and I just get to fucking work on music, then that's my full-time job.